Marianne, could I ask you to comment on what Annalise has said in terms of how the situation in Hungary is similar or differs, both in sex workers' legal status and the problems that may arise from that, and any solutions you have found to overcome those problems?
Yes, I will try. Actually, as I told, in Hungary, sex work is partly legalized. So we have, fortunately, a lot less trouble, like most parts of world, I mean the rest of the world, which means that we are not facing that often physical violence or rape by the police or by anyone else anymore, which was 30 years ago, but not anymore. The situation, and in particular where we facing violence, is that our rights are violated day after day by having a law on sex work, by having none, which I'm going to have to explain this. For example, we are fighting for almost 13 years about the tolerance zones, because the law says that sex workers are allowed to work on the streets of Budapest, which is the capital city of my country. And but of course, according some standards, like being 500 meters from the pharmacy, 2 kilometers from the school, 5 kilometers from a courthouse. I just say something. So these are the questions: schools, churches, courthouse, these institutes. But they're supposed to tell us where to work. They're supposed to see how it goes. It is very easy. You just open a map and then you point at a street or a road or just a square for sex workers to be able to work, but they never did it. Actually, it happened just, I think, twice or 2 or 3 parts of a whole country. So our association is fighting very much on this, and actually we are sitting already in a number of lawsuits, because we are suing the authorities to give us a chance if once they told that we can, street workers can go on the street, but we have no street to go. So if sex workers are going to work by the end of the day, and most of them must work, because you have to know on the streets of Hungary, they are the most vulnerable and most poor sex workers who are really, really fighting for just to survive the day and supporting their families and feed their children. Another thing to mention, that we have a lot of minor sex workers. They are from different minor families, but 80% of the sex workers on Hungary streets are gypsies, Romas, and they are facing a lot of discrimination. They are facing discrimination just to apply for a job. They are facing discrimination to go to the school. Small children are discriminated in elementary school. So their mother, who are going to the street to do sex work, they do an enormous sacrifice to keep their family in life. So these people need that opportunity to being able to work and being safe. So what we try to do is to provide safe working places for them. We try to represent their rights as it should be, because they are like second-class citizens, and even in a legal place like Hungary, where sex work is legal, is a very, very hard job. The police is always finding a way to harass them. As you can see on some of our pictures, I don't know where it is, but you're going to. Just to give you a physical example, is like, since the police is unable to harass the girls because of sex work and because of happen to be in one of the only one tolerance zone, then they are picking fights and provocation with the sex workers. So, you throw the trash away, so I have to give you a fine. And they do it day after day and 5 times a day until a sex worker is collected so much fines. Then, by the end of it, she's going to go to the jail for 2 years, just to being unable to pay the fines. And as the collection of fines are growing in your closet, you know, you are in great danger. In one day, a single routine police check is coming, and you are going to be taken to the jail. So, there is a lot to work on, but the most important is the safety, and that's what we try to do. Thank you.
Thank you.